Now, generally speaking, most lines cross each other, most lines intercept each other. There's an acute angle and an obtuse angle. Acute and obtuse. We're looking for the smaller angle of the two. There's a formula that says that tan theta equals plus or minus m1 take away m2 over 1 plus m1 by m2. First thing we're going to do is find out the slopes. So, we're going to get y on its own. Move the root 3y to the other side, or you basically get root 3y on its own, and you get that it's equal to x plus 4. You then divide by root 3, so you get 1 over root 3 times x plus 4 over root 3. This means your m1 value is 1 over root 3. Next thing you do after that? Yeah, go for it. Next one, you bring the y on its own over here, and you get y equals root 3x take away 7. So y equals, the slope equals root 3. So your m2 value is root 3. Now and only now will you use the formula. So what we're going to get is tan theta equals plus or minus 1 over root 3, take away root 3, over 1 plus 1 over root 3 times root 3. Throw all that into the calculator, what you get. Anybody got an answer? Is it minus root 3 over 3? Yeah. Who got minus root 3 over 3? Right. Now, you have an option. There's two options. You multiply them by minus. You can either have plus root 3 over 3, or you can have minus root 3 over 3. Always use the plus, because then you'll get the acute angle, and then you can just take the acute angle away from 180 degrees to get the obtuse. So just tan inverse root 3 divided by 3. And we get 30 degrees. Everybody happy with 30 degrees? And if the acute is 30 degrees, the obtuse would have been 150. Alright, drive on. You're on 10. Now, I might be able to start you off on 10 if you want. So, the deal is you have two lines. One of the lines goes through 4, 2. The other line is x plus y minus 2 equals 0. And they make this angle. So, tan A equals 2 over 3. Is everybody cool with that? If A equals tan inverse 2 over 3, take a step in reverse and send the tan back in the other direction. So it's the same thing as saying tan A equals 2 over 3. Whole point of this exercise is that we're doing this formula here. Tan A equals plus or minus the square root of m1 minus m2 all over, what is it? 1 plus m1 and 2. You're allowed two possible answers. You're allowed to have it as tan A can be replaced with anybody. Tan A can be replaced with 2 over 3. Read the description of the question. What does the description of the question lead us to believe? Two answers. Two answers usually result in what type of formula? Quadratic. So here's my piece of advice. What we're going to do is we're going to find m1. Can anybody tell me what m1 is using this here? Y equals minus x plus 2. So the slope is minus 1. So 2 over 3 equals minus 1 minus m2 over 1 minus m2 as well. Anybody have any idea how to get rid of that plus or minus business? Square both sides, off you go. Square both sides, get a quadratic, solve the quadratic. I'll give you a head start. I square both sides, and what I'm hoping to get is 4 over 9 on this side. Then I'm going to square minus 1 minus m2 multiplied by another minus 1 minus m2. And what I should get is 1 plus 2m2 plus m2 squared. Now, if you sort of want to abandon the m2 at this stage and just call it m, you'd be more than welcome to it. There is no m1, so there's no need to call it m2 anymore. And then on the bottom, we're going to have 1 minus 2m plus m squared. Cross multiply, I get 4m squared minus 8m plus 4 equals 9 plus 18m plus 9m squared. Then I get 5m squared plus 26m plus 5, which is a nice one. That's 5m, that's plus 5, and that's plus 1. I'm going to get a slope of minus 5 and a slope of minus 1/5. Who got that? Alright. Once McDonald agrees with it, I'm sorted. Now, we got 4-2 next, lads. So we have to do y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1 4-2. Now, okay guys, we get y minus 2 equals minus 1/5 into x minus 4. Then we cross multiply by 5, we get 5y minus 10 minus 1x plus 4. Move to the left, we have x plus 5y minus 14 equals 0. And then for the other one, we're going to get y minus 2 equals minus 5 into x minus 4. Minus 2 equals minus 5x plus 20. 5x plus y minus 22 equals 0. And you're done. Now you're on to question. Write down the slope of the first one. Y equals minus tx plus 7. This implies that m1, or the slope, is minus t. Have I got that far? There, you get that? Alright. Now, next thing we get is tan theta is equal to plus or minus m1 take away m2 over 1 plus m1 by m2. Because it says angle between the two lines. Okay? Now, what do we know about this slope of the other one? What do we know about m2? m2 has a slope of 2. What's tan 45, lads? When I put it in as tan 45? Tan 45 is 1. So, 1 equals minus t minus 2 all over 1. And that's going to be plus minus t times 2, which is minus 2t. Don't forget your plus or minus, correct? Don't forget that plus or minus. Is it 2 answers or 1 answer? Means you should probably square both sides. Square 1, you get 1. What happens when you square minus t minus 2 by minus t minus 2? You get t squared plus 4t plus 4. And on the bottom we have 1 minus 2t by 1 minus 2t, which is 1 minus 4t plus 4t squared. Then we cross multiply. And then we get 3t squared minus 8t minus 3, 0. Then we get 3t t minus 3 plus 1. We get your slope is 3, or your slope is minus 1/3. Is it the t values they want? Ah, brilliant. And we're done.